Time for a philosophy video. You know, I almost the hurricane was the hurricane was $1.99, I think, and this was $2.59. 8% as opposed to 8.1%. And so I started thinking about money and happiness. Not malt liquor. There's been lots of studies of people who win lots of money, the lottery for instance, and they're not any happier than they were before. In some cases, dramatically worse off. There's also been studies on the perception of wealth by people who have wanted to attain a lot of money. Like say they attain $1 million and they're like, are you wealthy? And they're like, no, like you don't get truly wealthy until you're more like in the $3 million range. But then you talk to three people with $3 million and they don't think that you're truly wealthy until you start getting into the $10 million and above range. I'm not going to have those. I'm not going to have those troubles. I don't gamble because I'm not intrinsically unhappy. I love anticipation. I love not knowing. I love waiting and seeing, and that's not the traits of a gambler. Ooh, I'm going to eat peanut butter on these. Money can buy happiness in a way. I'm much happier in this house, you know? I'm much happier with that washer and dryer. I didn't buy this house. I'm buying this house. I'll be buying this house forever. I could sell it. That's kind of like ownership. I'm responsible for it. It is my house. So, long story short. Buying the washer and dryer. Fucking make me outstandingly happy. Sitting in my shed. Sat in my shed. I sat in that shed more than I sat in my house almost. I think that shed runs about $1,000. Maybe a little bit less. Probably right around 1,000. Man, that's money well spent. But then you get past that. Like, what else would I like to spend money on that would make my life better and make me happier? I think it's like the ability to experience, the ability to add experience to your life. Because I have that, my van was like $8,000, and I was looking at like, well, what if like, I don't know, do I want a Corvette like Steel Worldwide? Would it be fun to have like a brand new car? Heated seat, that kind of thing, buttons. I don't think it'd make much difference. I don't think that like the difference between $8,000 and like $28,000 or more wouldn't have changed me that much. I'm really happy with that van. I don't necessarily like driving, so. Long story again. I'm a little bit out of it. So what would I do with my money? I think I'd like to do education stuff, which I know I could pretty much do anyway. I guess it's a matter of having the time and money. I'd like to take a woodworking class for boats. There's a place up around Seattle that teaches classes. I would not like just to go do one class. I'd like to go do a lot of classes. I think there's a summer thing that they do. I want to go up there and live there for the summer and make wooden boats. I want to take the train up there, take a cab out to the school, and at the end of the summer, I want to sail home on the ocean in the boat that I made. Fuck, imagine that. Just imagine that. That money would make me happy, as opposed to spending that same amount of money on going out to eat, right? I got fed. As opposed to like the memories of where I stayed, the people I met, what seemed easy and what seemed difficult, how I would do things different, and then like going from that life to having like the terrifying experience, probably taking some sailing classes too, this terrifying experience of then like waving goodbye all that and heading home alone in my boat, maybe with Aquila with me. Taking money and buying like a nice small RV that I can handle, not something big that's going to stress me out. I don't like being on the road anyway. And traveling to all the national parks. Or wherever, like destinations that I pick as desirable. I think most of the money I would spend would be on classes like the boat making class. I'd like to learn things that then I could put into use and then see where I could take that kind of thing for a summer or a year or a couple of years. Some people do Buddhist monastery retreats. I always thought that would be something you'd always think back to, like that one time I went to Thailand or something like that, or maybe even around here actually. I think there's good Buddhist temples, and I know there's some locally, but I know there's some great ones in California that are set up for retreats. I often hear people wanting to say, like, if I had money, I would be generous to my friends. I think that, I don't know how I feel about that. It would be neat to just kind of like wave your hand and like your friends that are struggling and living in apartments and raising families, you're just like, hey, you know what, you just own your house now. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what that's like. I know what it's like giving somebody a gift for Christmas and having them not like it and let you know. Imagine no one would let you know that they didn't like you bought their house. But like the whole thing of like never give gifts when in doubt. Alright, that's all I have to say now. Plus, I got something I need to do right away. I'm kind of dancing.